Hello.
Morning, Dan.
Hey, good to see you, Dan.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
How's it going there, Dan? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, yeah, you're right.
So I'm Alex from the Cucina restaurant on Broadway West.
I'm Jamie Lewis from Affinity Mortgages Managing Director.
I'm Alma and I'm the owner of Coco-Boo Lingerie based in Retro Grove, Leigh-on-sea.
I'm David Williams and I have my business called Simply Clear Coaching.
I'm Katie, I own a Squeeze in Leigh-on-sea.
My name's Glenn Wilkinson. I'm one of the directors of the Movement Base in Leigh-on-sea. We're predominantly a Pilates studio.
My name is David Bancroft. I'm the Managing Director of Edward Carter Solutions. We're a Leigh-on-sea based SAP and IT specialist recruitment agency.
Leigh Tango is a Argentine tango dance school.
My name is William Werner. I own the Arlington.
My name is Tina from T.cup Media. We are a social media agency.
My name's Paul Phillips. I'm the owner of Chop Hair Salon, which is based in Chalkwell or Westcliff or Leigh-on-sea, whichever one you want to call it.
We took the decision to close Leigh Tango quite early on at the beginning of March, so before a lot of other businesses had started to close. Because of the nature of tango as a dance, as an art form really, you do have quite a close embrace. So obviously, you know, completely not appropriate to be carrying on the business and teaching given the circumstances.
On Monday the 23rd of March, we closed the doors and had to basically turn off the lights.
The first week it was really quite scary and I did think at one point, right, this is it. This is going to be the end of the business.
The build up to them shutting us, obviously formally, was difficult. The 2 weeks prior to that, obviously, because you know they'd told people to avoid places like us, but we were still open. So that was obviously really difficult, really stressful, because we were it was like trying to get people in, even though we kind of didn't want them to come in. And it was a really hard battle. So the lead up to them shutting us was stressful.
There was this sort of like, I've got a small business, I need an income. At that time, all the grants and things weren't in place or being spoken about fully. So it was kind of like you felt like you couldn't shut your business down because you were going to lose out on a lot of money and you've got families and mouths to feed. But at the same time, morally, you kind of felt you should shut and do the right thing.
You know, at the end of the day, I consider myself a little low-key business that, you know, we just exist because we enjoy it, not really proper business type of thing. But it makes you realise, actually, no, we employ staff, we pay the PAYE, we have got to have contracts and all of these things. And, you know, so I had to write the furlough letters and communicate that to the staff.
We saw an immediate postponement of pretty much all recruitment activity across the businesses that we supply. Projects which have been ongoing or planned were put on hold, budgets were frozen, starters, as in candidates that were going to start roles, were maybe deferred.
I was meant to be running a big course that I run twice a year, NLP practitioner, for people who want to have a full accreditation, and that was meant to be starting a week after lockdown. So obviously I was in a bit of a quandary before this, wondering what to do. So I had to cancel the venue, cancel all of that. But really, I thought to myself, you know what, I've got to be flexible. I've got to be able to manage this somehow, and I wanted to give them something to get started with. So I've been using Zoom, which has been really interesting. It's been really cool.
The staff I miss the customers, I miss the buzz, being in a busy, buzzy, lively restaurant.
I pride myself on spending time with my clients. So that's the bit I am personally missing the most, obviously. But thanks to the beauty of FaceTime, Zoom, House Party, we can still liaise, albeit virtually, but at least we get to see each other. So that's one positive.
We've been meaning to go online for a long time anyway, because one of our goals this year would have been to do live online classes, which is very unusual. And so we started off, we've mainly offered free stuff. So we're doing free live stretch classes. We're doing free meditation and mindful classes. We're doing some free Pilates classes. We started off doing that.
I've had a lot of, in the last week, a lot of one-to-one Zoom meetings with pregnant ladies at home that are really struggling, don't know how to size themselves, not sure what to look for. So that's actually now generated a whole new kind of group of people, and it's been UK wide, you know, so they've been joining in, and I've been able to help those ladies and help place orders and fit with them, you know, virtually.
I mean, obviously, we closed our offices reasonably early in the process, and it was facilitated by our technology that we utilise. All of our technology is online or cloud-based.
We're just developing a way where we can keep our community together by organising social get-togethers. So we're organising, I think our first Zoom is going to be next week.
You know, you realise when the umbilical cord is cut that you have to change, because we're left with nothing. You know, we're a door that people walk through, and that can't happen. So we have to have other offerings, other ways of doing our business.
I think we've probably gained some focus in some respects, and actually we're in a situation now where I think we're probably having deeper and more meaningful conversations with our clients and our candidates alike. I think when you're in the hustle and bustle of an office environment, whether it be our end or our client or candidate's end, it's often pressured, it feels time sensitive, but actually people are far more relaxed when they're at home.
Someone can set up an iPhone, they can run down their hallway in their socks, we can see, they can do basic tests that we would do in the shop. So yeah, there's some practical executions I'm sure we can have there.
I started doing smoothie deliveries. To be honest, it was the nice weather. I was sitting in the garden and I thought, you know what, I want a smoothie. So I kind of thought, well, why don't I try and do some deliveries? You know, we had all the takeaway bottles because we do takeaways anyway. I had them all. They're all in lidded bottles, so they're sealed completely. I could go down and make them myself, deliver them myself, and just do something that's just me, where I don't have to pull any staff out of furlough.
With what we do, it doesn't seem natural to be working through a camera when you're more working hands-on. But actually, it's working really, really well. People really like it. It's still very personal because it's like the conversation we're having now.
The salon's clients are contacting me because they're wanting some shampoos or conditioners. They're wanting a tutorial so that they can touch their own roots up at home. And I'm kind of the face that's giving them that. And I'm getting to drive around and see where people live. And because when I'm in the salon, it's, you know, I'm a very busy stylist. I'm with my clients. Anyone who walks through the door, of course, I greet them, say hello, and I try and be as involved as I possibly can. But where I'm so busy, I might not get the chance to speak to every client and have an in-depth conversation or understand that they travel from Colchester or Chelmsford or wherever they might come from. And I just feel like this period where I've kind of got, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, I normally pay somebody to run my social media. I normally pay somebody to help kind of like send a newsletter out once a fortnight or something. And I've taken the reins and I'm doing all of this, and I feel as connected to my business as I possibly could. And I felt like that when I very first opened.
It's interesting because before this happened, I was thinking about making more of my workshops online as well, because I run a monthly hour-and-a-half workshop. It's called NLP Club. Neurolinguistic programming, for those who don't know it, once a month in Southend and once a month in Chelmsford as well. But I've been thinking for a long time, how could I again open this up to a wider market?
This has thrown us straight into how we've got to deal with it and how we have been dealing with that for our clients in the short term. So, you know, using everything that's on hand to us and being able to do this stuff has been amazing, and it's something that we're really excited about taking on as our business develops even further.
By using now Zoom with the clients, we can now have all the pre-app meetings that you want, discuss things like that. Obviously the meetings then come down to talk about come have a look at the venue, but other than that, we can fit around their schedules as opposed to them having to fit around ours.
I think doing this live with the maternity and nursing and the great feedback that we got, how informative it was, and on the back of that, having these meetings, it's definitely something that I'm going to continue.
Quite often we have clients that have been with us a couple of years and then, you know, they might get a job abroad and they take their family with them, and they don't want anybody else to colour their hair, or they want the exact formula that we use. So I don't know, like, it definitely, a chop drop is not something that's just here for now and not here for the new world. I definitely think if people want one, you know, if they're not feeling too great and they want to just do their roots at home, like, it's definitely something that can happen.
We could do no more than we're trying to get the business back running, and as soon as we get the green light from the government, we will do so, and we will also facilitate where and how we can to fit you in a date, fit in your schedule, and ease your frustration and pain as best we can.
Thank you for support. You know, even on social media, you know, every like, every comment really means a lot to us. So please continue to do that.
I mean, I'd want to start by thanking our clients for their continued support and for their loyalty through what is a challenging time.
One thing that we've been able to do is learn to run and learn the love of running. So I think anyone that's new out there, who's got out there and enjoyed it, you know, think of Run Active when you come to think about getting yourself some nice new kit.
Take this time to reflect and take stock, and come back energised. We're still here for you. Tango will still be here for you. It will always be here. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
We're definitely going to come out stronger at the end. We're going to be a lot more grateful for everything. Definitely more appreciative. That's one thing for sure.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting our business and making sure that we strive to be the best that we can possibly be all the time.
One of the messages I like to give to my customers is that we do miss you, myself and my staff alike. However, this is a time for us to stay safe, be at home, allow the NHS to do the wonderful job that they're doing. Cucina will be back, and arrivederci, alla prossima.
Team Chop miss you, and we can't wait to look after you come the time we're allowed to open our doors. And whether that's partially, fully, who knows at this moment in time, but I'm stocking up on the PPE. I'm really kind of looking at other countries and seeing how hair salons are starting to open up over there and what things they're putting in place to enable them to open. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone, and I'm being as prepared as I possibly can. And if anyone wants a chop drop, then get in touch.
Wanted to say thank you to all our customers for supporting us whilst this is happening. I know it's crazy. It's like completely unknown to all of us, and I'm completely overwhelmed with the response that we've had to us with these deliveries. It's open to all SS0 and SS9 postcodes.
Life's a tough gig sometimes, and I feel like I just want to remind you that you have more control over your mind than you feel you do. Whatever you're feeling, it's okay to feel, but it's just about not getting in the loop of getting stuck in that. And I feel like, don't lose the bigger picture, get out there.
We will come out of it. It'll be fine. And there's a lot of people out there, including myself and our business, ready to help anybody that comes knocking on the door, you know.